Hey there, I am back with another deck review, and today we're going to be looking at the Bicycle Luchadores deck. Now, this is an older deck from back in 2014, but is one of the coolest and most unique bicycle decks that are in my collection. I know there's a lot of people out there that collect specifically bicycle decks, go after those. And if you are one of those, this is absolutely a deck I recommend checking out. It is not a particularly rare or hard to find deck even now, so it's still pretty easy to get a hold of. But just the design, the theme, and everything are just one of the most unique and cool decks that are out there for bicycle. So absolutely worth checking out. Now, first off, what is the deck all about? Well, obviously it is about Luchadores, which those are practitioners of Lucha Libre, which is essentially professional wrestling in Mexico. Now, Lucha Libre is characterized by the high flying jumps and crazy kicks and spins, really rapid holds, and also by the really colorful and unique masks that they all wear. So every wrestler has their own unique style of mask, and these really form their identity. They wear these masks pretty much all the time, even when they're out in public and not wrestling. And to be unmasked is a really big deal, to the point that they'll actually have these sort of high stakes matches where the loser is going to have to unmask themselves. So a really big dishonor in the world of Lucha Libre. That is the theme behind the deck, but let's see how it comes to life in this one. Now, the tuck case is a pretty standard retail tuck case for a bicycle. No embossing or anything like that. Just a glossy finished tuck case. Says bicycle in a slightly fancier font. The spectacular Luchadores, and then the brawl on the mall. You have the two different masks here. So you have kind of a black and red one here featuring an upside down spade pip, and then a green and white one with a star at the top. With a versus in the middle, so it's kind of like advertising, I guess you would say, a match between these two wrestlers. And then playing cards at the bottom. It's got a really bright red and white spotted border around the edge, which so it gives it all kind of the feel of a poster that's advertising about. So a really cool and bright, colorful front to the tuck case with this sort of sea green color and red, forming a really kind of nice combo to it. On the sides here, you got air cushion finish made in the USA on one side, exactly the same thing on the other. You got your ad copy for bicycle and USB-CC on the bottom. And then the top here in green and red just says standard size luchador face. The back here, that red part back here is the back design of the cards, but then it's covered by this green banner, which just tells you a little bit about Lucha Libre as the inspiration of the deck. And then Viva la Lucha Libre there at the bottom. It's got a standard black tuck seal here for the USB-CC that you see on lots of their decks. Nothing too special there. Got a little bit of ad copy here. And then these two inner flaps feature a couple of different factions of wrestlers that are going to be featured throughout the deck. So here on one side, you've got the Syndicate of Valor since 1885. Features the diamond and the heart pips there. And then the other side, the competing faction is the League of Legends since 1885 with the club and spade pips. So giving you a hint as to what's going to be featured on the red and black cards as we get in. No printing or anything on the interior of the tuck case. Now, starting with the backs of the cards, it is designed to look a little bit like a ticket to a match. So you got the brawl to the mall at the top. You got the seat number, so section 56A4, and then just some everything to kind of keep it fun and really in theme. So you've got stuff about seat availability or the reserved rights for management. But then you also feature in here, the two wrestlers who are going to be fighting each other. So you got Caballero Muerto versus Zorro Toxico, and 5 more pulse-pounding bouts. The outside here, so you've got a red border with this white dots here, so kind of reinforcing that idea of this as an actual ticket that you're holding here. So a really fun theme there on the backs of it. Very obviously, this is a one-way back design with all that text. Not leaving it as the most useful or functional deck, obviously, with that one-way back, but still a fun look to the back. You do get some extra cards, 4 of them, in fact. So here are your wild cards, your jokers. It says wild card at the top. You've got your red and your black. The brawl on the mall down the side, and then high flying fun at the bottom. They each feature the exact same wrestler here in blue and red with a gold crown. You've got the black or the red US there, so kind of a classic US logo for USPCC. And then the bottom here, one of the differences, so the black one features a League of Legends logo, and then the red one features the Syndicate of Valor. So just sort of differentiating between the black and the red Joker. There's your two Jokers. You also get some ad cards. So one of them is, again, in that poster style. Front and back just gives you a little bit more about the deck and the inspiration about Luchadores themselves. So there's one ad card, and the other one is just a pretty standard bicycle social media one. Now, what about the rest of the deck? So the aces and the court cards are all going to feature unique wrestlers. So you've got 16 different wrestlers featured on these. So the ace of spades here features Presidente Salvaje. Underneath each one of their names, it has the name of sort of their, I'll call it their signature move, or what they're known for. It might be a finisher move or just some sort of taunt or something. So here you've got the power bomb as his signature move. Each wrestler is completely uniquely styled. So this guy's kind of got a business suit attire, but a sleeveless business suit. And then they each also have a unique background that sort of matches with their theme. So here he's got a lot of brown in both his mask and the tie here. So you've got these brown circles forming the background. And then right by their name there, you can see a representation of their mask. So again, going to be individualized to each card. Custom style pips in the corner here. And in a unique fashion here, you've got the A inside of the spade pip. Gives it a little bit of a unique look. And then this black and white border around the edge. So there's your ace of spades with Presidente Salvaje. The number cards are all also going to be custom. So you got that black and white border, the spade pip with the 2 in the middle there. And then a pretty standard layout of the pips, although they're a slightly custom style. But the really dominant feature is going to be that watermark in the back. So you've got a watermark here featuring the League of Legends. That's going to be on all the spades and the clubs. So there are those. And then as you get to the court cards, you get some more individual wrestlers. So there's your Jack with El Lobo Magnifico. El Vigilante de la Noche with the octopus cradle. So the queens are going to be female wrestlers. And then the king here, Caballero Muerto. Now a little bit of a disappointing little addition here. They do have a few misspellings here. So you can see here they've misspelled Muerto. So it's supposed to be M-U-E instead of M-E-U. A little bit annoying they didn't have a little better quality control on these, but doesn't detract too much from the deck. Going to the ace of diamonds, you have the champ there. He's wearing the belt, so La Cobra de Guerra with the victory roll. And then here's your diamond. So they're going to be just like the spades that we were just looking at, but now the watermark in the back is for the Syndicate of Valor. So these guys on the diamonds and the hearts are going to be featuring characters that are part of the Syndicate of Valor. Looking at the court cards, you've got Huracan Flaco, El Toro Famoso, and then Violencia Picante. I like that orange checkerboard pattern going there for the King of Diamonds. Switching over to clubs, so you've got Thunder Gordo, Pantalones Loco, really cool circle design in the background on hers. They kind of mirror the pants there. And then one of my favorite ones, Gallo Peligroso, with the chicken wing arm lock. So he's kind of dressed like a chicken there. A little bit funny, weird look to it. And then down through the clubs real quick. There's your ace with Surfer del Oro. And then the hearts feature Zorro Toxico, Tornado and Fuego. Really cool with those flames there. And then Monkey Misterioso with a flying spinning leg lariat. Funny looking guy there. Down through the hearts. And the last wrestler featured, it is Americana Mas Sexy with the assisted face slam. Obviously a really an American themed boxer there with the American flag in the background. So that is the deck itself. As far as handling, it's going to handle really well. It's USPCC, so it's what we've all come to expect. It's going to slide and fan really easily. Cuts, all that are going to work extremely well. So no real complaints there whatsoever. What do we think of the deck overall? Well, like I led off with at the beginning, it is a really fun deck. I love the artwork on it. I love that they did 16 unique wrestlers, each with their own flair. I love the character that went into it, the designs. it is a completely one-way deck. Both the faces and the backs are all one-way, so I think that detracts some from the usefulness of the cards. So what that means to me is I think this is a deck that really is just either just to enjoy the art of or fun for gameplay, not something you'd really use for Magic or for cardistry so much, just because of those designs. But for me, it doesn't detract from the fact that I think this is absolutely one of the more unique and interesting decks that are out there with the Bicycle Luchadores. So, especially if you're a bicycle collector, definitely recommend checking these out. I'll try to put some links to where maybe you can pick these up, pretty readily available on a lot of online stores. So I'll put some links into that. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any other questions, other decks you want to see. I will definitely be back for more, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.